time when the debate over women's safety continues to dominate, there is a fresh storm brewing in the state of Uttar Pradesh over the state's women panel's proposed women's safety measures. And the UP State Women Commission proposal includes barring male trainers for women in gyms, yoga centers, also restricting male tailors from making women's measurements. It also mandates female employees in shops selling women clothes, female security personnel in school buses, female teachers in drama and in art centers. The move, remember, has drawn the ire of the entire opposition. They call this move, quote-unquote, regressive. The Congress, the SP and others have raised concerns over the proposal and demanded that better laws be formed to ensure that women are safe and not ensure women's safety by such outdated measures.
Women's safety is an issue, fair enough, but I don't think that's really true. We have a much more progressive world. In fact, there are now even comments saying that only gender-based institutions, for example, women's colleges, women's schools, should also be opened up. We are a freer nation where girls and boys should mingle together. Issue about male and female discrimination are more in terms of how you are taught from childhood, what are social norms and customs, and many changes are happening in that. So while I can understand why UP government may be doing this, but I don't think that's a step that is really going to improve this.
It's a regressive judgment, decision. If some person commit mistake, he should be punished. But this type of one-sided and decision, it is absolutely regressive. It does not dignify the women's equality and equal right.
बड़ी देर से पहल शुरू की है। बहुत सारी बच्चियों के साथ, महिलाओं के साथ ये तो अत्याचार हो गया और 8वें साल सरकार इस तरह की बात कर रही है। ठीक है, निश्चित तौर पे महिलाओं को अपनी आज़ादी है, लेकिन अगर किसी महिला को या तमाम सारी महिलाओं को ये बात महसूस होती है कि उनके साथ कोई गलत कर रहा है, तो उसके लिए ज़रूर कोई नया नियम कानून बनना चाहिए। बीजेपी की ये मांग कहाँ तक जायज़ है, इसका सही आकलन इस प्रदेश की महिलाएं ही कर पाएंगी और वो इसका समय आने पे जवाब जरूर दे देंगी।
Let's also get in our colleague Adib, who's joining us live from Lucknow, and he has more details on this story. Adib, what was the trigger behind such bizarre and regressive measures that have been announced by the Women Commission? Is this based on any kind of request, any kind of survey? And what does the state think about this? I mean, clearly they need to be supporting this then.
Well, Deepti, see, the chairman of the State Women Commission, she has to say that there are several reports and complaints from different section of women, and they have been complaining and suggesting that there should be some kind of new policy or some kind of new change when we are going to gym or for yoga training or even at a tailor shop. So there should be some changes. And the State Commission Chairman Babita Singh Chauhan, she has to say that they have made their guidelines and they have given instructions to all the DM and SPs in every district to ensure that these the guidelines are being followed. But she also has to say that there is no compulsion and it's a free will of the woman that if she wants, she can opt for a man. She can say that she can get training from a man or she can get training from a woman. But the woman employees should be available in all the gyms, in all the tailor shop. This is what the guidelines has to say, Deepti.
Okay, just allow me a moment. I also want to say good evening quickly to Brinda Adige, who's joining us. You know, Brinda, another day, another story, and it's good to have you back here. But this is from Uttar Pradesh. You know, when you cannot provide safety to women, the best thing is that you tell them that, listen, you can't go close to men. The other thing is never true. So what the UP Women's State Commission has done, Brinda, is that they have said that in case you are a lady, you walk into a tailor's room, only a lady is going to be allowed to take your measurements. And if you want to go to the gym, you should only, have women trainers around, not male trainers. What is this? What kind of a century are we living in?
Absolutely regressive decisions and discussions, statements being made by the Women's Commission. Somewhere we think that women want equality, they will promote equality. But here you have the Women's Commission behaving in the most patriarchal, misogynistic, sexist manner, saying that women cannot have male tailors who can take measurement, or gym trainers who are men, or yoga teachers who are men. Absolutely medieval age these people have steeped themselves into. This is not only regressive and obnoxious, it is also unconstitutional. Because here, the Women's Commission of Uttar Pradesh is saying that women have no agency. They cannot decide for themselves. They can't think for themselves. They cannot make choices for themselves. Who the hell is the Commission of Uttar Pradesh, Women's Commission? They are a commission to promote what is there in the law and the act. And one of their primary agenda and objectives is promoting equality. Here they are becoming like the Taliban. Is our taxes to be spent on Taliban women sitting in the name of UP Women's Commission? They have forgotten that the Constitution guarantees us equality. The Constitution guarantees us a life of dignity. And that dignity is being snatched away by these women. Absolutely unacceptable. I do hope the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister will intervene and tell these people that this kind of statements, these kind of decisions are unacceptable in Mother of Democracy.
Yes, and Brinda, beat the fact that the head of the commission is clearly a woman. So it's a woman who thinks that this is how you can provide quote-unquote women's safety. That is the biggest problem, Brinda. But I look forward to talking to you again through the course of this day as we'll track that story. Only for the moment, I thank you. But I also want to get in our colleague Meenakshi, who's standing by from our newsroom, and Adeep continues to stay with us. Meenakshi, one really needs to pinch themselves to believe that this is happening in next door Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh, the largest state. Uttar Pradesh, that is a double-engine government. And this is what the Women's State Commission there is believing is the best way for women's safety.
Well, absolutely, Dipti. You said it succinctly. Obviously, these measures sound almost unbelievable. But first, let's take our viewers exactly through what this exact proposal is. What is it that the UP Women's panel is proposing? The logic, again, the logic they give is that this could ensure the safety of women. Measure number one, or rather proposal number one, that is by the UP State Women's Commission. Proposal number one says women's gym or yoga centers must have female trainers only. Proposal number two, mandatory CCTV should be applied at these centers. That's the centers for fitness, gym or yoga centers. Proposal number three, if you could take a look at that, female tailors and should be the only one who take measurements, and that CCTV camera should be installed at a time when measurements are being taken. Proposal number four, female employees should be mandatory in shops which are selling clothing for women. That's the fourth measure or proposal. Proposal number five, female security personnel should be installed. They should be mandatory in school buses. That's the fifth proposal. And the sixth proposal, that there should be female teachers and also CCTV in drama and arts centers. So these are some of the proposals which have been, put forth by the UP Women's panel. The logic, again, they give is that they feel that this can ensure better safety and security for the women in the state of Uttar Pradesh.
All right, thank God we are not in Uttar Pradesh, Meenakshi. Though we are right now in Uttar Pradesh, but, I don't live in Uttar Pradesh, so that's the only thing that I'll say. For the moment, thank you, but I want to get in quickly.